Guys, welcome to another edition of the Cook and the Coach podcast. I'm Baeza, I'm the coach.
I'm Kenny. I am the cook. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for listening. Today's a little bit of a shorter episode, Baze. So we're doing a little bit less today. Little, just like those segments, getting you guys in and out, just talking some food, talking some fitness, catching you guys up on some stuff we're working on. And
Just quick listen, 20, 30 minutes in and out.
Yeah.
Because, don't get me wrong, we'll have some episodes be longer, but we also want to make sure we have some episodes that are shorter too, because
Absolutely.
Just for the fun of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are, like we said in the last episode, we're doing episodes talking about the political situation as it is right now, mainly the debates and probably the election and such as well, those major events, just going in, talking shit, just having some laughs and getting out. So we figured let's just split up for a little bit, give you guys a little bit of a different option. We're going to talk food. We're going to do our food segment, cooking segment. We're talking the fitness segment. And do we want to just hop into it, Baze, or how do you feel?
Let's do it.
Sweet. I can start.
Okay.
I have another day of show and tell. What I'm thinking, I want to kind of have everyone learn a little bit more, myself included, about a cooking method that will become more and more helpful as the seasons change and things get a little bit colder outside, particularly if you're living in Minnesota or a more northern climate. Broiling. Baze, have we ever broiled together? You ever broiled, like at Gatsby Estate or anything?
I think we did once, but
Okay.
I bought that steak one time. I made boil it in that pan.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So broiling is great. The reason I'm thinking about broiling for anyone who hasn't heard of it before is basically like indoor grilling. And as it gets colder out, we're not going to have as many opportunities to grill as easily. But that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice on a lot of those textures and cooking methods. You just can bring it inside as long as you have an oven, and almost every oven can broil. So basically broiling is like a super hot flame on inside your oven. There's these poles or whatever that heat up your whole oven. There's also, in a lot of ovens, you'll either have poles up here or you'll actually have a flame on top of your oven underneath, within that box. And that sends heat and it radiates down, and it's basically a grill. And so if you look on the top of your oven, you'll see a broil setting. And if you turn that on, it'll essentially crank your oven up as hot as it can go. And you have this oftentimes direct flame, or at least a very intense flame from a metal pole. So basically, you're flipping a grill upside down. So instead of like a traditional grill that you would do outside, obviously you have the grill grates and then that flame underneath. So that flame is rising and cooking your food. This way, you're just flipping that grill upside down. And it's a really great method. It's really weird because I feel like I don't hear enough people talking about how amazing of a cooking method it is. And so over the next, at least this week and next, I want to give you guys some ideas about recipes you can do and just teach you a little bit more about some of the basics of how that works. One of my favorite cookbooks, so now to the show and tell part. I actually have two cookbooks here we're going to reference, but this is Anthony in the Kitchen. This is from the Queer Eye show. This is the food guy in that. This is a really good cookbook. One of my favorite recipes that we've done in this show, and it might be reversed, I'm not sure, but it's like a hanger steak recipe, and it's supposed to be for the grill, and it's really simple. You can make this on a weeknight. For anyone who's interested, if you Google Anthony hanger steak recipe on Google, this is one of the recipes that for whatever reason is on a lot of blogs online. So you can find basically the recipe from this book on a lot of food blogs for free. Would recommend. You can do something like this. I literally made this a night or two ago. Actually, Baze, you were over at my apartment the night I made this. So this is really good.
I remember that.
Yes. So I've made this recipe, and so I used the broiling method instead of grilling. And I used this to top some ramen I made. I used it for some tacos I made. It's very versatile. You can even have it on its own. Basically, one thing I just want to say about broiling in general. you can get this really fantastic texture on the things that you're cooking. So, for example, I like to broil broccolini. That's another great example of one. You get like a crispy char texture that it's harder to get with other cooking surfaces. I So yeah, that's kind of what I have to say about that for right now. Look up that recipe. We're going to be talking more about broiling in general because it's going to be something I'm going to be utilizing a lot during the winter and fall. We're also going to be referencing this fantastic book. Do you know Alton Brown, Baez, from
I heard
Food
the name.
Network?
I don't know if I know him. I
Okay,
know
so
the name.
this guy was he's like one of the OG Food Network people. He had like a food science show on the Food Network when I was younger. It's called Good Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan of that. So he goes into the science of broiling and grilling and all sorts of stuff like that, like the heat types and all the science behind what's going on with the meats and everything. And so yeah, I want to talk more about that at a later date when I know more about it and I have more ideas of recipes to share. But would definitely recommend using that method. So almost everyone has a grill inside your home. You can use it, you can get creative and get some really awesome textures to work with. So yeah, that is my food cooking segment for today.
Guys, this is more so geared towards the more experienced lifters, more advanced lifters, the people who are more used to using heavier weight in the gym. If you are someone who deadlifts and or squats often, and those are often with heavy weights, I just want to talk real quick about decompression and how that's important. People say that squatting or deadlifting is really bad for your back. You shouldn't do it. It's going to mess up everything. Not true. How you mess up your back and by deadlifting or squatting is by two things. One, not using proper form and warming up technique. And two, by not decompressing your back enough. So what I mean by that is your spine, it's like a column, right? It's like a long rod, right? When you're squatting, you're stacking a lot of weight on top of that spine, and it's kind of mushing your joints together, especially doing heavy weight. If you're deadlifting, your back's right here, right? It's a fulcrum, trying to stand straight up, right with the bar. It's being stressed right here. That's your lower back. If you don't use proper form, it's gonna break and bend, right? Here's the thing. Decompression is so important. A lot of our athletes in football, especially a lot of our linemen, have been having a lot of back issues lately. I'm watching their form, I'm watching them squat, I'm watching them warm up. Everything seems to be just on point. And I asked them, have you been doing your decompressions? And they're like, my what? I'm like, okay, that's the problem. I get them on the glute hand machine, get them to hang from a bar. Next day, they as if nothing happened. They're ready to go. They're full tilt. They felt 110%. They were squatting even more weight the next day. Decompression is so important for you higher level athletes. And just taking more time to stretch and warm up. I mean, take care of yourself. Don't just hop into sets like you were when you're a beginner lifter. The more advanced you get, the more you have to warm up and the more you have to cool down and stretch that body to really preserve everything. Because when you're at that higher level, so much more can go wrong. When you're a beginner, you can do whatever you want. You'll be fine. But when you become more and more elite, you got to take care of yourself even more. So by decompressing, you can do a couple of things. So if I do decompress my back, either the day after or right after a squat or deadlift session, hanging from my glute med machine. So the way you usually do it is, you go up on the glute med machine. Instead of just going up and down, just let yourself hang. Your feet are locked in anyway. You're not going to go anywhere. Just let your feet hang here. Like these are your feet right here. Let your body just hang over the side. Relax your arms, relax your tongue, relax everything. You'll feel great. Also, if you don't have that, simple. Just find a pull-up bar. Just jump up, breathe in. When you grab it, just breathe out. Just hang as long as you can. Just focus on this hanging, only using your hands. Everything else is completely relaxed. And that'll help decompress your spine. Do that. Do like 3 10-second holds. And that should help free up the back. One thing that I've noticed helps me a lot too to free up the back before I squat is I'll lay down like a cross. I'll do iron crosses. I'll kick my right leg to my left hand, kick my left leg to my right hand, and it feels amazing. I feel free. My back is flexible. I can move again, and I'm ready to squat. So there's a few things that I do to help keep my back in check while I'm going through these heavy lifting stages.
That's fantastic. I got to do more of that hanging thing, because I've been doing more pull-ups lately, and I should definitely utilize that more.
Yeah, I would say do that two or three times for 10 seconds. Just hold it. Just breathe slowly in and out, and just you can feel your back like going all the way down the vertebrae, just popping, just releasing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, not popping, but the vertebrae, feeling more relaxed.
Nice. I love it. How has your squatting been lately? I know you've been just like somewhat recently. I know you're posting some big PRs and such. Like, how have you been feeling lately?
I haven't had a PR in a while, but the weight's been consistent, which has been fun to see.
That's awesome.
I haven't been able to bench because of my pec, but I'm trying to try to bench tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Deadlift, I've deadlifted in 2 weeks. I'm not hurting or anything, just haven't been able to work into the schedule and rest times and stuff like that.
Sure.
But no, squat's been really, really good. Been really consistent. Hit a decent set today. I'm supposed to tie my max next week. So I'm mostly just do my max again.
Sure.
So if I can hit that again and hit it well, then that'll be a really good indicator of where I'm at in my training.
Nice.
With COVID and stuff, there's not gonna be any powerlifting meets that I really want to do until 2021. But I'm hoping if I can hit 600 by the end of the year, and then going into 2021 with a 600 pound squat in the bag, then I should be able to do decently in a competition. So we'll see what happens in 2021.
That's insane. How many plates is that for 600?
It would be 6 plates and then some change.
Jesus. Oh my God. That's insane.
I mean, five was like impossible like a year and a half ago. 5 plates, it's like child's play now.
Wow.
So well,
I mean,
6 plates is pretty close. I'm almost at 6 plates. I'm almost there. So
for all those beginner lifters out there, you've been working at this for like over a decade.
Not towards a specific goal, but yeah, lifting wise, yeah.
I've been right. I mean, yeah, you've been, I guess mainly just saying, yeah, you've been lifting and like, getting better and better, all the form and technique and everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for at least a decade, yeah.
It's wild. Dude, that's so exciting. So all those lifts, all those meets rather, those are pushed out to 2021, or have they just been canceled? Or
there's like 1 or 2 that are happening this year, but this is the way now that football is back, and now we have football for sure through November.
Right.
It's just like, you know what? Let me just not worry about competing for 2020. Let me just train hard, try to maintain onto the strength. That's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to get stronger right now because I have too much going on with work and football and other stuff.
Yeah.
But once football's over, that's gonna free up a lot of my time and what I'm able to do. Right. So then once football's over, I'm gonna really try to build up strength again. So I probably won't get a PR for the next couple months, but end of 2020, beginning 2021, I should at least hit another PR. So we'll see what happens.
Dude, that's so exciting.
Yeah, that's been good.
Dude, today has been all about nesting for me. I've been moved into my place for a little over a month, but I've been building everything so gradually just because of like limited budget and also wanting to make sure everything, fits well together. So yeah, I went all over the place today. I picked up a couple more stools. We were talking about getting some more stools, and I found 2 of them. Facebook Marketplace, $10. Such a good deal. Super pumped.
Wait, so how many stools do you have now total?
I have a total of, technically I have 4. One of them is holding up my snake plant right here, and one's holding up my laptop, and the other 2 I just got. But yeah, so I got 4 altogether. And then I picked up like bedding and stuff and went all over the place. I bought a mirror last night. Really pumped about that.
You have a real place, Ken.
It's getting there. It's getting there. There's a lot I still got to do. I got to soundproof or put up some stuff for the sound in here. But I'm getting closer. I'm definitely getting closer. I ordered a shoe rack just to take care of my shoes because they're all in the entryway. I've just been noticing this is the first time I've had this much space to myself ever because I grew up in a big family, small house, and then I always had roommates. So like I'm really trying to reset, and it's been difficult with just like almost nothing in here, you know. But we'll get it. We'll get it. It's like right here looks nice, like behind me, and I have plants to my side and stuff. But like that is a veneer. Like literally on the other side of this laptop camera is madness and me like things I gotta hang up and like new bedding I gotta wash and like sanitize and everything. It's like it's a lot, but it's fun though. It's really fun.
There you go. Just talking about you don't have a lot of topics today because we're actually keep this episode short.
Yeah.
But as I think we mentioned on this podcast before, but our best friend Dave has now moved to the northern wilderness that is Alaska.
He has indeed.
And he's moved there, I guess you could say permanently. But we're still keeping in contact with him. And one of the things we're doing with him is we're actually doing our own Sober October challenge.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know what that is, Joe Rogan, aka the male Oprah, he is. He basically started a thing with his buddies, his comedian buddies, a few years ago, where every October they will go sober for 30 days straight, and then they'll also do like a workout challenge paired with that too for those 30 days.
Right.
So even though we're a couple of days late, we decided to do our own version of it. So we're going through the second week of October through the first week of November.
Right.
And I mean, it's kind of fun, it's kind of a fun idea.
Yeah, I'm excited. This has been, I'll be totally honest. I've already had one day where I didn't work out, so I'm gonna have to tack on one more day. But yeah, I'm feeling good though. I haven't had any alcohol or any other inebriations since we decided, like early October. And yeah, I'm gonna try my best to hold out and not do anything with that, and just drink water and coffee and La Croix and try not to F up.
You know what I hate about this? Is that like I know for like them it's like their thing, but for me like October is like the one of like the 2 or 3 months of the year where it's like I'm supposed to drink. Because we got Halloween parties, you got football, you got Oktoberfest.
That's good. Yeah,
Oktoberfest beers and stuff. So for me, it's like this is the month to drink. If it was like November or like September or like April, it'd be like no problem, no problem.
Yeah, November would be perfect.
Yeah, like that's not whatever. I can get through November, no problem. But like October, that's when all stuff's happening.
I know,
but it's also like. I do want to like challenge myself in that way because I know like this is like a month I want to drink. So like you know what? Let me challenge myself a little bit. Let me get after it.
I know, and I'm just debating in my head like, oh, do I give myself a day like to celebrate something mid-year or mid-month, or do I just hold out? Like, do I pay the penalty with like a really hard workout, or push it out another day, or do I just stay with it?
Right.
What are you doing for the exercise?
I'm just working out every day.
Sure.
I know as a powerlifter, I have designated like rest days, but I think even on those rest days, I'll have like 20 minutes of cardio or like 15-minute abs. Something. I'm gonna do something every day. Something.
Sure. Absolutely.
And of course, no drinking, no nothing. Yeah, for me, that's pretty much it. I kind of have my schedule planned out for that, so it'd be kind of nice.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of interesting because like kind of like I was saying before, it's like I kind of like during the week it's no problem, like it's easy, no problem.
Yeah.
But like on the weekends, I realized a lot of my social stuff with my friends revolves on like, having a beer or two, So it's kind of funny, like I have to kind of keep that in check and be like, oh yeah, like I'm being sober this weekend.
I know. Oh, I know. And I'm in my new apartment. I have alcohol it put away in its lovely spot, and I can't
And
even
no
open
one's
it.
and no one's there to tell you no, Ken,
I
because you live by
know.
yourself.
And I have good self-control with alcohol. I don't have good self-control with sugar. Sugar can, like, if there's sugar in my apartment, it will be gone within like 48 hours. Like I can't. It's a
Yeah,
problem. Yeah. I have no self-control with it. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to be more responsible with that too.
fair enough.
I'm doing. I'm basically trying to learn some exercises I have not really done a lot of in the past.
Okay.
There's a small gym in my apartment complex, and so there's a dual cable machine. So I want to learn some. I've done some exercises with that before, but I want to learn more with that. There's a pull up. There's several variations of pull up bars on there, so I'm going to be doing a lot of pull ups. Um, Kettlebells as well. I'm going to do kettlebells. Um, Getting some of that like squats and deadlifts and such. Um, and then various stretching, and I want to learn some basic yoga poses as well. So I want to incorporate that. Oh, and then like walks and runs but maybe potentially a rollerblade sesh if weather permitting. I haven't done that in like a month or two. So, but yeah, kind of a good variety. Basically, just learning some stuff I haven't done as much of. But yeah.
What would we agree was a penalty for messing up on a day of either drinking or whatever?
It's either a double workout or extending sober October another day,
Okay.
which is not that bad. Which is why I'm most
I feel
likely
like
hosting.
we gotta make it more severe.
Yeah, I still think.
You know what I think it should be?
What do you think it should be?
We should make it. If you screw up on a day, the other two can decide what your punishment is.
That's too open-ended. No.
No, but I'll hold us accountable. Isn't that the whole point of this? Is to hold us accountable?
But that's so open-ended. That could be anything. There's no parameters.
Well, like within reason.
That's not a good parameter. We need. Oh, within reason.
Within reason.
It needs to be more specific.
It's got to be outside your comfort zone. It can't be like, oh, here's a little slap on the wrist. It's like, no, like you screwed up.
Yeah, it should be. I think it probably should be more severe than just a double workout or an extra day of sober October. But yeah, I don't know. Here's
like, workout's got to be like a bad workout, like a grueler of a workout. You know what I mean? It's got to be like a really bad one.
Right. Here's my main area of conflict. Well, there's two. Also, this would be a good announcement at some point too. But I turned 25 a couple weeks ago, and I'm most likely going to celebrate.
When's your
at my
party?
I don't know. I'm still deciding. I've been pushing it off.
You're like, oh, you'll have a party in a couple weeks. I'm like, okay. I'm like, when's this party? I've been like.
I get nervous hosting things. I don't like hosting things. It makes me uncomfortable.
That's one of the reasons why you want your own place.
I know, but I get nervous before I do it. I don't know. I can't explain it. I get nervous before I do it. I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about it. But yeah, I'm hosting something. I know I shouldn't be. It's stupid, but it's in my brain though. So I'll be hosting something, and so I might. It's gonna hopefully be in the next few weeks before it gets too cold to host in the outdoor sections of out here.
So you're having your birthday party in November, is what you're saying.
October. But that said,
when?
I might have to. We'll see. It might be
this weekend.
That might be too short of notice. It would be a Friday. It would probably be next Friday or the Friday after. I think that would be reasonable.
Well, let's make it happen because it ain't a birthday month anymore. It's not even a birthday month.
Well, it hasn't been October 24th. It's silly though. What is it, like
it's
September 1st?
It's all a different month.
Who cares?
What do you mean, ugh?
It's less than 30 days from when my birthday was. It's less than 2 weeks even at this point. I turned 25 on September 24th.
Whatever makes you feel better, Ken.
Look, it's a step from me just to even do this at all. You would not believe.
Well, it is kind of pointless to be honest because you can't even drink on your own birthday.
Well, that's why I'm like, do I indulge and then pay the penalty at the end of Sober October? I don't
That's
know.
on you.
That's on me, and I might have to make that executive decision.
I think we make the penalty the judge decide. Within reason, they decide the punishment. Because I can give it a severe punishment, but it can't be like, like a little itty bitty punishment. It's gotta be something like that would make you think twice about doing it.
What would be an example of something more severe than a double workout?
Like second workout would be like 100 burpees in like 15 minutes.
Oh, that sounds so awful. Yeah, but that's okay.
Reasonable.
We'll have to talk with Dave. We'll have to hash out we really should have hashed this out before it started, but this is all last minute. But yeah, so I'm excited. This will be good. Oh, but what I was gonna say, the other thing, and I'm gonna probably not drink for this, but we at Union Hmong Kitchen, which is where I work, this Saturday. So let me look up the dates. But we're about to move out of that food truck. As of October 10th, that's like our last day, October 10th, which is a Saturday. After that, we have a week where we're moving out of the food truck and we're moving into this little bar and restaurant situation where we're going to be cooking through the winter before we get into our brick and mortar spot. So I could see us celebrating with imbibements, but I think I'm probably just going to hold off on that. But yeah, so that's also exciting news, food related.
Love it.
Yeah. Well, we should wrap. We are going to be back later. Well, we're going to be recording another episode later this week for the vice presidential debate, talking some shit, making some jokes. Yes. So I'm excited about that. So y'all have to tune in for that. I'm excited for that. And otherwise, I feel like that's all I got. Baez, you have anything else?
No, that's all I got. Guys, we are planning on recording these episodes again in person pretty soon here. Me and Ken just figured out logistics about times and video cameras and all that stuff. So we are going to make it happen. We're just working on a few logistics here. Right. But expect that to happen within the next few weeks here. So, until then, we'll keep on doing the Zoom thing. I know I hate Zoom, but it is easier for us to just do it this way for the time being. Yeah. I think we've mentioned several times before, but me and Ken have seen each other all the time in person, but for a time being, it's just easier to do it over Zoom. Once we figure out times and schedules and audio recording stuff, we'll be back in person and making the magic happen that way. Yeah. So guys, thank you for listening. Instagram, podcast, The Cook of the Coach, The Cook of the Coach. My Instagram, Baeza Tensaya, my name, you guys know all that. Ken, bucket list, still everywhere? Yes. So that's my music. That's my EP that I have anywhere that music is streaming. I'm also on Instagram at KPMartin2 is my personal page, and at Haymarket Catering is my food page. So check all those out. Guys, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. I got a couple of guests hopefully lined up coming soon here, but we'll see. Until then, we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye. Peace.